Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thanks for joining us today in the lounge where we love to have pours with friends.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here to do with you. Thank you.
Thanks for being our friend.
We are blind.
Thank you for being
We can't do this every time. We can't do this every time.
Travel down the road and back again.
We're tasting
is
blind,
true.
and
You're
we're
a
gonna
pal
give you
and
an
a
honest
confidant.
opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're tasting blind. We don't know what's in this, what came out of the sample jar, but we did pour it into both of these glasses.
We did.
It was drawn at random from a pool full of a bunch of samples. It's in a clear jar, which lets us know it's a bourbon or a rye. That's all we know.
That's all we know.
So
That's all she wrote.
we're going to give it a simple thumbs up, thumbs down rating based on the smell and the taste, and then we'll find out the price, see if that changes how we feel. Then we'll find out what we're drinking. A little bit of a backwards way of doing things. It's not really a review. You kind of get our reactions, and that serves as your review. And it takes out all the bias and hype and labels and price tags and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
You just get an honest opinion. We think that's valuable. If you do too, think about subscribing to the channel.
Ooh.
Oh, this thing crawled up my nose.
Yeah, it also kind of smells like the white Lifesaver.
That's interesting.
Like gummy. I don't know. There's something about that white Lifesaver, or like
Isn't that coconut?
a white gummy bear. It's pineapple.
Pineapple?
It's like a white gummy bear, a white Lifesaver. There's something about that smell that's also kind of like rounded. I don't know how to describe it.
But it doesn't. It is supposed to be pineapple, but the reason
it's-
I said that is because it tastes nothing like pineapple.
Correct. It is an artificial what's supposed to be pineapple, which doesn't taste like pineapple, but it's a very distinct flavor in and of itself, and I love it. Like that's the white gummy bears are my favorite gummy bears, and the white Lifesavers are my favorite Lifesavers.
I feel like that's a really hot take.
And the red ones are my second favorite.
I mean, yeah, the red slaps.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah,
no
I like
question.
the white Lifesavers.
What are the green gummy bears?
I don't know. Lime? I think lime.
The red and the green are killer.
Yeah,
I know that.
I like the red and the white.
I didn't think anybody liked.
I love the white gummy bears. They're my favorite.
I thought white gummy bears was like black licorice. Very few people like
I will
it.
eat all the white gummy bears that you don't want. Just
Okay.
give them to me.
Oh, I don't eat gummy bears, so not really.
That's a shame.
I mean,
They're so
I would
good.
if I had them. I just don't have them.
All right. So what are we getting? I'm getting
Ethanol.
white gummy bears and ethanol.
Yeah, there is like a sugary sweetness here that is, it's oaky, it's ethanol-y, it's sugary sweet in like a gummy bear type of way, not like a real fruit type of thing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of general sugary sweet. Kind of smells bourbon-y, but in a sugary sweet way. It's hard to pinpoint what this could possibly be from a category standpoint.
I want some gummy bears. I wish I hadn't eaten all those little gummy bears that you gave me.
All right, let's get this on the palate.
Okay.
Cheers. But first, we have to talk about today's video sponsor, ZBiotics, the world's first genetically engineered probiotic designed to tackle the rough mornings after drinking. This stuff right here is a game changer, and it is super simple to use to feel your very best the next day after having some pours. All you do is shake it up, crack it open, drink your ZBiotics. Then you have your other drinks, and you have a great morning the next day.
Because let's face it, we don't bounce back like we used to.
No, not at all. This stuff helps us immensely. We were skeptics, turned subscribers. We tried ZBiotics. It changed the game for us. And actually, we thought that first time had to have been a fluke. So we tried it again, and we became subscribers ourselves. We've actually subscribed for the last 2 years personally, and it wasn't until we subscribed that we reached out and ZBiotics became a sponsor.
We don't do any recording for the channel, barrel picks, live streams, none of that without ZBiotics first.
That's true. We show up to Barrel Picks, break open a box of ZBiotics, and people are like, oh, that's for real. Yeah, it's for real, because feeling our best the next day after having some drinks is very important to us. And if feeling your best the next day after some pours is important to you as well, then you can click that link at the top of the video description or scan this QR code right up here, and that will take you over and get you a 15% discount. And if you want to subscribe like we do, that first month will get you an even bigger discount. And all of this is completely risk-free because they have a 100% money-back guarantee. So get you some ZBiotics, whether it's a 3-pack, a 6-pack, or a 12-pack like we subscribe to. Thank us later. And ZBiotics, thank you for making a product that we love so much that we can stand behind and we can recommend to you guys. Now that we've got our Z-Biotics in, let's get back to the video. Hello, Toledo. Wow. That thing right there.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly.
Whew.
It's so nice to have you back where you belong.
Actually, I don't know what you're singing.
It's from Hello, Dolly, the musical.
Oh, I definitely haven't watched that.
It's good. You should watch it.
Musicals are usually not good.
I love musicals. Don't knock it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you give us a top 3 musicals ranking on the spot here?
Phantom of the Opera.
Wow.
Beauty and the Beast on Broadway. And The Music Man.
Wow. You were quick.
Mm-hmm.
My top 3 would be Sweeney Todd.
I've not seen that.
Oh, it's good. The original West Side Story. That
Okay,
would be number.
that's good.
That would be number 1.
That's a good one.
West Side Story would be
Yeah,
number 1. Sweeney Todd would be probably out of the top 3, but I'm gonna think of it because when I think of musicals, I always think of that.
Okay.
And yeah, I just don't care.
Okay. When I was in high school, I got to see Beauty and the Beast on Broadway in New York City. That was like one of the top moments of my little teenage life. It was like I think a church trip or something, a choir trip, I believe.
Okay.
Maybe it was a school trip.
This pour is a beast.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah. It's powerful. The more I smell it, like the more caramelly, kind of just rich it's getting. It's getting like deeper, darker, and richer as it opens up. Yeah, man, this is starting to come into its own.
So the kind of white gummy bear vibe that I was getting on the nose still translates to the palate, mixed with some oak, a little drying oak, and alcohol. Like this is definitely alcohol. You feel it, you can tell.
Proofy pour.
But it doesn't
Get you down here.
sting.
Yeah, it does not. No.
You can feel that it's like proofy, but it doesn't sting or doesn't feel like tingly. Maybe it's like warm. I think that's how I feel it's proofy. It's kind of warming. Yeah, I like this. This is good.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out ratings on this, but we do a simple thumbs up, thumbs down type of thing. It almost has this, I've been saying this a lot lately because I've been getting it a lot lately. We've had a lot of blind pours that have popped up with this note. There is a little bit of nuttiness in here, and it's in that walnutty type of vein, almost like a black walnut.
Interesting. I need to eat some walnuts because you have said that a lot lately, and it's been a hot minute since I've had a walnut.
Yeah, and that's a note I love. I'm not big on like a roasted peanut or an almondy type of note. I love a good walnut note though. We had a walnut tree growing up in the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I wouldn't eat them or anything, but like we had them
Is it
back
still there?
I don't know.
You should check next
I think
time we're
I
there.
think it is. I don't know if it like still produces anything or not, but
You know what note I would love to get in whiskey that I've never gotten? Pistachio. I love a pistachio.
you could talk me into pistachio on this.
I think I might have to eat some pistachios to establish a baseline for pistachio flavor. They're so good.
You know, the only problem with pistachios is that they cost like $100 for a bag.
All nuts are expensive these days.
But pistachios are the bougiest of the nuts.
No, pine nuts.
Okay.
Pine nuts are more expensive
Nobody
than
eats pine nuts.
I love pine nuts.
Okay.
Dude, a simple spaghetti with some marinara and pine nuts in the summer. Lovely, light summer dish.
You eat your spaghetti without pine. What are you messing with spaghetti for?
So good.
What's spaghetti do to you that you got to put pine nuts on it?
I love it. Okay, let's talk about whiskey.
If spaghetti's
the
good
people
enough,
are
it
not
doesn't
here
need-
to hear us talk about nuts.
If the spaghetti's good enough, it doesn't need pine nuts. I'm just saying. My spaghetti bolognese doesn't need pine nuts.
This is a summertime spaghetti dish. You have a spaghetti, a very light marinara, like made with like cherry tomatoes that have like burst. It's like ripe and fresh. It's not a bolognese sauce.
Sounds like a
It's
terrible
like a
spaghetti
very
to me.
light marinara sauce made from fresh tomatoes.
Okay.
And then you sprinkle pine nuts and a little fresh grated Parmesan.
On the whiskey, by the way, I'm definitely buying time because this
I'm ready.
pour's got a lot of punch to it.
I'm
so
ready.
I'm trying to give myself time between sips to kind of analyze, and we're having this conversation. I was going to say discourse, but it's not that. But you can get plugged into our Discord through our Patreon,
Oh my gosh.
which is in the video description below, or the first pinned comment, or the only pinned comment. down there. You can check that out. That's also where we release our barrel picks, where we go to distilleries, taste a bunch of barrels, put our stamp of approval on one of those. So if your palate kind of aligns with ours, or you just appreciate that we can tell you whether or not you would like a barrel of whiskey and the bottles that come from that, we make it a big point to do that. We never want anybody spending their hard-earned money on a barrel pick that we put our stamp of approval on if you're not going to love it as well. So we always try to speak to that.
Yep.
And we got the best dang whiskey community on planet Earth. So
Facts.
check it out over there on Patreon and our Discord.
Are you ready yet? Because I'm ready.
I'm ready. What's your rating?
I'm thumbs up. I really like it.
Yeah.
If the price is right, I might go 2 thumbs up, but I'm a strong thumbs up. I enjoy it. I enjoy the flavors. I'm enjoying the experience. This is a pour I feel like I could have for a long time and just sip it slowly, which is not something I typically do. So for me to say that is something. So I'm thumbs up.
I'm thumbs up too. It's a pretty clear thumbs up. I was just trying to figure out like how I wanted to relay it, or if I could go 2 thumbs up. It's not quite hitting me 2 thumbs up. I don't have to have it, but I would really like to have a bottle of it. To me, that's thumbs up. Price wise, this feels in the vein of something like, I use this as a little bit of a barometer a lot of times, but like Larceny Barrel Proof, like a really good batch of Larceny Barrel Proof.
Isn't that weeded?
It is weeded.
This doesn't taste weeded.
Well, what Larceny Barrel Proof brings to the party is a little bit of like fruity sweetness, a little bit of that kind of toffee carameliness, and proof.
Okay.
So that fruity sweetness is hard to get in something like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Gotcha.
Larceny brings it. I'm not saying it tastes like a weeded bourbon. I'm just saying it has that fruity sweetness with the brown sugar toffiness, caramel, and then big proof.
Okay.
So price wise, I tend to think something in the range of like $70 to $100 feels right for something like this.
What are we drinking?
I will say this though, real quick. The further down the glass,
I'll just hold my phone.
Yes, the less in the glass, I'm getting like a varnishy note in it, which I really like. It's almost like an old whiskey note. I'm enjoying this the more I drink it. So in our key, this is number 75. So I'm feeling like 75 to $100. It might be more than that.
It's 150.
I'm not. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't love it, but I'm not mad at it.
Now here's the question. Because thumbs up means we would like a bottle. At $150 though, is the value out of skew for our palates that we're going to go down to just okay? That's the question.
Today, this is hitting me in a way. Once I got that white gummy bear, white lifesaver note on it, you'd be hard pressed to have me not want to buy a bottle of this. Like, you know, if you ever latch on to something nostalgic or some sort of flavor that you like, I feel like you have a hard time changing your mind on something. And I'm kind of there with this one. And that's because I specifically got that white gummy bear, white lifesaver note. If I hadn't gotten that, I probably would go down to just okay, if I'm being honest.
It feels like good whiskey. Larceny Barrel Proof was the closest thing that brings these types of flavors, but this does feel and taste better than what Larceny Barrel Proof typically tastes to me.
Okay.
So I can't say I'm surprised at the price tag. It is kind of pushing where I would want to pay for this pour.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to push me off of thumbs up.
Yeah.
I do enjoy this a lot.
I would enjoy a bottle of it, but I wouldn't like make you hunt something for us to get it. So
I wouldn't bust my budget to buy a bottle.
Yeah.
But if I had $150 and the bottle's in front of me and I got to taste it, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Because it's good whiskey.
Yep.
All right, what are we drinking?
We are drinking 2023 Maker's Mark Cellar Aged.
Oh.
It's 115.7 proof.
It's a weeded bourbon.
Thanks to Justin Williams. Is it a weeded bourbon? Oh, yeah, Maker's.
Maker's Mark's all weeded, yeah.
Okay, so Maker's, I do like Maker's historically.
115, yeah. That's good, man.
That's great.
Good whiskey.
I did not pick up a lot of times on, if you're new to the channel, a lot of times on some weeded bourbons, I get like a sour, almost like a sour milk taste, and it's yucky and it's gross. But on Maker's products specifically, I've never gotten that. This one included.
You know, the wild thing is that Matt Porter, shout out to ADHD Whiskey, he gets the sour milk taste on Maker's weeded bourbons, doesn't get it on Buffalo Trace weeded bourbons. You guys are the exact opposite.
Flip-flopped.
Swip-swapped,
as we say in our household.
Man, that's good. That is good whiskey. Again, not earth-shaking, ground-quaking, change-your-life whiskey. But for certain profiles and certain palates out there, it is that.
So can you still get it? It's 2023.
No.
Oh.
I mean, if you go on secondary markets and start looking around, you could get it.
Okay, so I'm going to say...
I don't know what it would cost.
I'm going to say as a caveat, I would not get this on secondary.
I will say this, if I saw it in a bar, I would 100% buy a pour of it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Without fail, I would get a pour. But I would not go on secondary personally and pay secondary prices for this bottle. It's good at retail. But if I can't get it at retail, I'm not going to get it. So.
All right. So I had to go look, and I am correct. 2023 was the first year that it released.
Okay.
Widely praised as being a very good bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
2024 was the second release of Cellar Aged. Didn't receive as many glowing reviews.
Oh, interesting.
I've tried both of them side by side, thanks to Justin. 2024 is a shadow of this.
Interesting.
And it makes me concerned for the consistency of the product.
So this is a try before you buy sort of bottle.
To me,
when they put out other ones.
To me, yeah. But look, everybody's palate's different. We always try to highlight that here on the channel. For me, I tend to like rye-based bourbons over wheated bourbons. I tend to like higher proof over lower proof. I do like Maker's Mark. I do really enjoy it. I kind of got to be in the mood for it, though. You know, if I get something like a George T. Stagg or a Thomas H. Handy or something like that, those are just varying shades of really good for what they are. And I'm happy with those purchases, even if it's at a little bit of a markup. There's only been 2 releases of this, so there's not as much of a track record out there. And it makes me a little bit more hesitant. Will I buy a Cellar Age if I see it for $150 because it's a hard to find bottle and it's allocated and I would love to share it with friends? Yeah, I'm gonna buy the bottle. I'm a whiskey nerd. Aaron may not, but I'm gonna buy the bottle. But I do have questions about the consistency of the product because right now they're like 1 for 2. They're batting 50%.
Yeah.
And we need a bigger sample size.
So it remains to be seen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when they do a Cellar Age this year. Maker's Mark is doing good things. We have had a Cellar Age. We've had Cellar Age versus just a solid barrel pick of Makers.
Okay.
And that's in the channel catalog. If you want to look back at head-to-heads, that was a very fun and well worth looking up. If I remember, I'll try to put it in the video description below. So
cool. Awesome.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. It actually helps us. So. And
let us know what you think about Cellar Age 2023 and 2024 if you tried those in the comments.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes, but also I was going to say it does help us. So it's a free thing to do.
Yeah.
It tells YouTube that you like the video and it will suggest our video to other people and it would help us out.
Yeah.
Also,
cost you nothing.
That's it. Be good to each other and until next time. Cheers.
Cheers. You got into your end of pitch.
I was on a roll and you just interrupted it.
I knew you were on your roll and I wanted to get the comment below in there.
It's okay.
Before.
It's okay.
Because commenting helps us too.
You're lucky you're good looking.